Hello. So, Yasmin is the hero of the month for January 2024. Probably should have did this about a week ago, but it was after the holidays and stuff, just kind of that time of the year. So, kind of busy folks on other things, but Yasmin is the hero of the month. And she is a warrior hero. Find Yasmin. Actually, I have her developed on this account, but Yasmin is a warrior hero. Years spent in slavery made her forget how to love, replacing the sweet feelings with bitterness and defiance. Her master's favorite dancer and most dangerous weapon, that's who Yasmin was. Now that the young woman has escaped, her wounded soul is crying out for vengeance. So she's a warrior, main stats agility, she's a frontline hero. And she is a dodger and a critter. Dodger and a critter. But her dance of death skill, Yasmin paralyzes the last enemy attacked her for 3 seconds, appearing behind their back, hits 7 times, applies assassin mark. While Death the Dance is active, no debuffs can be applied to Yasmin. When it ends, she returns to previous position, continues attacking the marked enemy with basic attacks. When Dance of Death is activated, Yasmin's critical chance to dodge are increased for 10 seconds. It's a pretty big boost too. Like 36k is a lot. Like that's 40% of her physical attacks, so it's huge boost to dodge and crit. So it makes it really hard to hit when Dance of Death is activated because it lasts for 10 seconds after the fact. Embrace of Pain. Yasmin's critical hits poison the enemy. When poison is reapplied to a poisoned enemy, the duration of the poison debuff is refreshed and the damage stacks up to 10 times. Each debuff deals pure damage over 5 seconds. Then the unknown toxin blocks a portion of healing received by enemies poisoned by Yasmin. So her Embrace of Pain now blocks healing. It's not a huge block of healing. It's not like Celeste, which like blocks it fully. This only partially blocks, but still pretty good. But it's only a single target. And it can be this effect can be removed like by the Purifying Sphere, or Nebula's buff. So keep that in mind. But overall, she's a pretty good like warrior hero. She could be useful versus certain teams, though she does get hard countered by Helios and Corvus. So keep that in mind. And soft countered by Dante and Aurora and Heidi. The Dodgers also can kind of get her because if they're Buffy dodge, hard for her to land crits. But yeah, she has physical attack skin, critical hit skin, agility skin, armor skin, dodge skin. So probably for her, you want to do crit first just because everything about her is landing crits. So you want to do this one first. Then probably the physical attack and then agility skins. And then probably dodge and then armor last. Just because she's a dodger, like she can benefit a lot from the dodge with how she's built. Glyphs, pretty much same thing. You want to do crit first, then physical attack, agility, dodge. Health, I actually skipped on her. You might not want to do health at all. If you do health, do it very last. Then, artifacts, she does buff critical chance, so you probably want to do that one first. Then her book, then her ring. Just getting her crits, like I said, because her whole kit's built around landing those poison marks, which land when she crits. So you have to land crits with her to actually really take advantage of her. So super important to try to focus on increasing her critical chance. And Ascension, pretty typical. Like I said, she has crit stuff, dodge stuff. Like, it's kind of what you would expect. I mean, she's a critter and a dodger, which is not actually that typical, but it is what you expect, and you just said she doesn't have any Ascension abilities yet, so. But yeah, she's not bad. She's good against certain teams. Like I've done videos in the past about how using her against like on some of the Arachne Dante teams. Um, like I said, there's a lot of teams where she could be really useful. Um, let's see. Oh yeah, she has on the warrior branch. Your one branch, and she's a warrior hero, so she's on the warrior branch. But yeah, no, if you want, like I said, team vibes, like if you try to see if we could find if there are any hero teams. I have. I might just have to create one. Challenge. We're gonna create a challenge here. So if you have like a team like do Sebastian, Rufus, Dante, Arachne. team like this. So let's say they're doing a team like this. Yasmine could be very good against teams like this here. So if we use Yasmine, then Celeste here. Let's do Celeste. Let's do Yasmine. Let's run with this one here. We'll have Yasmine with Albus. We'll have Kane on Aurora. We'll have Morgan try to hard counter Rufus and off Sebastian here just because Sebastian's always good. Plus with Yasmine, you get the extra critical support. So they play very well together. Yasmine and Sebastian always paired well together. I mean, Sebastian pairs well with like all the critters, but yeah, it's most Yasmine lines though. You definitely want to have Sebastian with her, so if you can. Sebastian is just one of those heroes that you should use most of the time anyway. Where you see how Yasmine is now ulting and she's gonna start just dumping a bunch of these buffs on here. Like I said, Dante is kind of soft countering her a bit, but as long as we can get through, and if Dante dies, it'll be easier. But she starts putting those buffs, those debuffs on her. Poison marks. See, there you go. Brackany's dead. Dante's dead now. And this is just kind of how it is. You just kind of bleed through the themes, like I said. Corvus will hard counter her, though, so will Helios. So you don't want to use her against a Corvus or Helios team. So she's definitely more of a specialty hero. She's not a top tier hero by any means, but she is a very good tool. Like, if you know, on the teams where you could make use of her, she can be really great. Like I said, she is really great when she's really great, but like we were just literally cutting through this team by using Yasmine here. Boom, just like that. You get a just cut through here like Yasmine top DPS. And beat this Dante Arachne team. Like, this is a team that a lot of people might have a hard time with. We used Yasmine to cut through it. Like I said, it's important to keep Kane on Aurora here to kind of protect you against the Dante ults, because Dante's physical damage and dodge buffs help protect your team from it. That's why you keep Kane on Aurora, not on Yasmine. And then you just put Albus on Yasmine instead. But yeah, no, patrons matter a lot too. But you know, Yasmine definitely useful that way. I wouldn't say she's good on like defense though, and I guess I should just kind of show you what happens if you put her against like Corvus. You can't really use her against Corvus. Corvus will usually just kill her with the theme here. I mean, we're doing one-on-one, but this should demonstrate, unless she kills him really quickly. But see this thing, his altar here, right? She starts taking a lot of pure damage and just bleeds out really quickly. Like, and that's what Corvus does with this thing here. And she doesn't have a chance. Like, Corvus very effective against her. Helios, similar theme. Like, if we do Helios, similar thing happens here. Unless you get it really quickly somehow before his thing goes up, you're probably gonna see, like you just said, he has his ability that just does damage against crits and she just dies. So Corvus and Helios, don't use her against those heroes. They will hard counter. This also makes her a terrible defender. Like, you can't really use Yasmine on defense because there's just too many things that just hard counter her too effectively. So she's a terrible defender, but she is a useful tool against certain teams. But yeah, now if you want to know more about like using Yasmine against like Rufus teams and stuff, though, similar to this one, I did do a video about it. It's been quite a while, but it's a video that some of you guys might find useful, and you can find that one below. As always, thank you for watching.